I've reached out with a very early preliminary inquiry to their side. I'll let you know how it goes. Hard to get a read on it at the moment. These things are always fluid and move quickly, but if they're interested in us, I'm sure things will move a bit quicker. Hey boss, really pleased to say that early talks have progressed well. Things are progressing well. We've got a bit more into the weeds of discussions following that first early meeting. Hey boss, what do you make of this? Good news, boss. We got a great result on this.
Chief, I must remind you that we have parts fully researched that are waiting for development. Let's get that performance on the car.
A warm welcome, everybody, from a venue that has seen plenty of sensational laps over the years. Remember, Verstappen in 23, Vettel in 2019, some phenomenal pole laps. But whose will it be today?
Hey Okay, some information. We've lost oil pressure. Looks like a leak somewhere in the system. We're on standby for the time being until we can patch it up, I'm afraid. We've been pushed down to P22.
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. A lap of this historic racetrack covers 3.6 miles. It's the only time during the season that we race on a figure-of-8 circuit. And the drivers can expect some intense G-forces through the 18 corners on offer here as they experience some of the highest average apex speeds on the Formula One calendar. Keep an eye out for overtakes into the final chicane. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Ayrton Senna yesterday puts him on pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Colapinto, Michael Schumacher, Charles Leclerc and Norris, Behrman, Crawford, Massa and Alex Albon, Hadjar, Maloney, Zach O'Sullivan and Tramnitz, Lawson, Zagazzetta, Taylor Barnard and Victor Martins, Jackson, Verschoor, Soloff and Enzo Fittipaldi rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me here today in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Sounds so romantic, doesn't it? Let's have an 11th team in Formula One. Yes, we all want that as fans, but none of us really know the scale of the challenges that lie ahead.
You're trying to beat teams, Crofty, that have been here doing it for decades, and you've come in as a new team, built the factory, built the car, built your team around two drivers. It's no tall order.
Now, I know we had a poor result last race, but we need to show an improvement here or the team are not going to be happy. Good luck, mate. Wow, that was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
And another win to add to his ever-increasing tally. Here's your winner, Michael Schumacher.
Well, you're always unsure of the competition and what your opponents have been able to do in the off-season, Crofty, but they've come here today, they've delivered the performance that you dream about, and wow, did they make that car sing today. Really impressive stuff.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari, do it again. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Hey, Chief, we've got multiple parts out of research. Don't forget to develop them. We've got performance sitting on the table that we could be getting into the car.
Well, as the sun goes down, the speeds go up. It's almost time to get underway for this shootout for the fastest time and the best possible grid position for tomorrow's race. Let's get on with it. It's qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Here's a quick position rundown for you. The top 5 are, okay, so the current fastest lap, 1:27.0. Schumacher, Senna, Leclerc, Russell and Maloney. .30 seconds left in the session.
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. There was a race against time in 2004 to get Sakir ready for its Grand Prix debut. But today, the only race is where it matters, right on track. Welcome to the Bahrain Grand Prix. We'll be racing around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit today. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left down into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Michael Schumacher yesterday puts him on pole position, and Franco Colapinto completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Senna, Leclerc, George Russell and Maloney, Albon, Jackson, Massa and Liam Lawson, Zagazzetta, Norris, Ollie Behrman and Hadja, Tremnitz, Barnard, Nicolas Soloff and Jack Crawford, O'Sullivan, Fittipaldi, Verschoor and Victor Martins rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to...
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. can now use DRS. DRS now available. Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Maloney's just set the fastest lap of the race. Try to stay with them. They might make a mistake and we could still regain the position. Mind that front wing, it's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 13.3 seconds. You're in first position, front of the pack. Car behind you is Senna. Okay, they're on old softs. In this lap, push now. green flag. Okay, be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage. Systems all looking good, head down. Okay, be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage. Systems all looking good, head down. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 30.5 seconds. Time last lap, 1 minute 35.7. Pit now, pit now. Okay, go, go, go! That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Look after these tyres now, we want to finish the race on this compound. Brilliant, nice move, keep going. Okay, we've got 7 laps worth of fuel remaining. Okay, final lap, let's go, final lap. Bodywork's taken a few scrapes, try not to make it any worse, please. Okay, as things stand, we're going to be 5th in the championship. Yes, and that's a podium. Excellent drive. The whole team have worked especially hard this weekend, and that, my friend, is a fantastic reward. Well done.
Here's the checkered flag. Here's our winner. By George, he's done it. Russell wins.
Well, a great performance today by this driver, Crofty, and you could see that they're just at one with the car. Maybe really well adapted to the new regulations. They've clearly done their homework back at base, so fantastic stuff. And you get the feeling they're going to be hard to stop this season.
It's what they've all been racing towards, waiting for them. High above the pit lane is our podium. And for the lucky three, it's time to stand on it. By George, he was good today. The top step awaits for George Russell. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Hey, Chief. We have a part or two ready for development because they've finished research. Let's get that in motion, shall we? Head to engineering for more info.
Hey, just a quick one. If you've got some cash kicking around, why not invest in the corporate facility? We can always use more resource, and we can be helpful in hitting your goals. Cheers.